had a 10-year sit down. It was a 10-year, it was a long time.
This is my thing. Like, how do you feel with like with Conor McGregor fighting this Saturday? Like, right, I do a ton of coverage on it and talk about Conor. And some people are like, oh, but what about the grape allegation where he was convicted in civil court? And I'm kind of like, listen, I'm not a journalist. I don't know the exact details, what happened. I know he's walking the streets. I know there's some shit over there in Dublin. But here, it's different. Here, like, not too many people are bringing it up here. It's really not a thing.
It's kind of amazing that not many people are bringing it up either.
But also, what do you want me to do? Like, what am I supposed to do?
I didn't even think about this. I actually didn't think about this. And it's something you kind of have to think about because we know that allegations, which are everywhere, it's like Graham Platner just got, some woman came out and said,
"Who the hell is that?"
He was about to win the Senate seat in Maine.
Okay, don't compare him to Conor though. But keep going.
Well, yeah, but that guy right there.
Okay, well he did it. Look at his face. Look at that. Could you look more guilty? That's so tragic for him.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He's actually like a combat veteran, oyster farmer, all that stuff. And he was on Reddit and he said some kind of questionable things and actually had a Nazi tattoo, but he said he didn't know it was the Nazi tattoo.
Oh.
Which, to be fair, I saw it and I didn't know it was either. It was like something that the SS got.
But here's my thing. I was just joking, saying he looked like he did it. But
like his girlfriend said
from 2021. This is what. But see, so all that. So like, I don't know that guy. I don't know his background. I was making a joke about the way he looks.
Yeah.
But already, when you tell me he's been convicted, my natural instinct these days is going, nah.
Exactly.
Nah,
and that's what most people do.
Until we have legit proof, until he's in a court of law, I go, okay.
And it's this stuff. It's like Graham Platner's ex-girlfriend, his main dem would sneakily pull off condoms during
This is dirty politics.
Yeah, but they got him out as a result, right?
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't toe the party line. There was a lot of stuff.
Dirty politics. And since he went toe the party line, then this comes to light.
Yes.
That's different.
Yes.
With Conor stuff, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the facts of the case. When they go, oh, well, he was convicted in a civil court, I go,
so this is what I was kind of thinking about. Like with that kind of thing, I just go political operative.
That's
there's all kinds of shit.
That's politicking.
Yeah. And most of us are like, another one. Fuck off.
Hollywood too, though. Hollywood too. I go, here we go again.
Of course, because when was it? 10 years ago? 20 years ago? It was. Where were you then? What are you talking about? And because that's a great way to ruin somebody's career.
Yeah.
You can say one thing to a journalist who's dying for a fucking article, and then you're done.
Yeah.
So if you believe in due process,
I have skeptical hippo eyes, right?
Of course, always. And should always.
Yeah.
The thing about Conor, can you bring up all the allegations? Because there's been a lot of shit. And to go into a court of law, now when it's a civil trial, the burden of proof is much lower.
Correct.
Right?
And that's why you go there.
And in a way, I don't know how those things are. I don't think it's the same as a criminal court case. It's just
definitely not.
It's just not.
It's not. There's a reason you would go there, right?
Yeah. When Nikita Legend, Dublin Hotel, 2018. Okay. Irish prosecutor declined to bring criminal charges, stating there was insufficient evidence to meet a criminal standard of proof. All right. Hand filed a civil suit. Irish High Court found liable for sexual assault and awarded. I mean. Okay.
So he tried to appeal it, but it was dismissed.
Also, remember though, he's running for a seat.
There you go. There's a lot there where I just go,
Now remember the Miami Heat Finals one? Remember that came out to be an entirely fake thing? Okay. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So that's the thing. It's like, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm not a journalist. What do you want me to do?
My thing is that when police officers look at this stuff, who have experience and they don't bring charges, that's what I'm going by. That's what you have to go by. right? Right? I mean, otherwise now we're dealing with, again, he said, she said, and, just because you lost a civil trial, it's not the same burden of proof.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but,
But also, like, I think in like Ireland and Dublin, I think there is more covered. Like, it was like mainstream out there. Here, not as much. Like, it wasn't on the news out here. None of that case was on the news out here.
So, yeah.
Most of this is all bullshit.
Yeah, the bus attack was just nothing like the sexual assault stuff.
Yeah, the phone incident, the
pub attack
slapping the
was
DJ,
shitty.
all,
So there've
all
been
that stuff.
three, like one we know is false, the Miami Heat one, right? That turned out to be complete.
Completely fake.
Bullshit.
False.
So then we're left with these two
The Dublin,
others.
no, that one's fake too. The Dublin one, nothing. Turned out to be nothing.
So there's really one.
There's one that he was convicted with a civil
Not convicted. He was found liable.
Yeah, liable.
Big difference. Big difference.
So my thing is, if knowing this,
That's up to a jury, man.
yeah, but knowing this, and he fights Saturday, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do?
I mean,
are you supposed to do with that?
Well, no, I know what you're supposed to do with it. We have a system in place. When someone is found guilty in a court of law, that's a whole different thing. A whole different thing. If you're gonna judge people on what a jury found in a civil trial with everything, I mean, there are a lot of people that get sued and lose over some bullshit, especially because it's a very low burden of proof. It is a he said she said thing. So
Yeah, and no one really knows what happened except for those two.
yeah. Also, yeah. Yes. So I understand Dana's decision, UFC's decision to say you're not banned from the UFC.
Oh, well, Conor could sue them. Yeah, he has a contract with them.
Right, but
not
there's
gonna
also a
ban him.
moral clause in most contracts. So I mean, if this was Hollywood, he'd never be seen from again. It'd be they did it to Johnny Depp for 6 years. Believe me, they'd do it to him.
Yeah, for Conor though.
If this was politics, he's gone forever. If this was
But remember, this is
Well, actually, it depends.
sports isn't professional sports isn't Hollywood.
right.
Sports is.
Look, Donald Trump is found liable.
There's been way worse stuff than this.
But
in
Donald
sports.
Trump is found liable by E. Jean Carroll. E. Jean Carroll was telling the story laughing, and her friend said, you were raped. And she was like, what?
We got to be careful with the grape word on here.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to go through
Yeah,
all that.
but
I know. But again, for like, there's been guys have done way worse stuff than this in professional sports, and we're still able to compete. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying when it comes comparing Conor.
No, but I mean, the question is the question. But I would say,
you didn't even think about it, right?
no.
I don't think most people are.
Yeah. No, it hasn't been brought up at all.
Well, it does with
I'm amazed.
like the hardcores, MMA journalists, like the journalists, like, they feel like they're responsible to bring it up,
And they're talking about it.
I mean, I guess in their small circles.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. He was on Ariel Harwani being interviewed.
Well, he was on Jimmy Fallon.
I mean,
Jimmy didn't say shit.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Some people just skate by these things. Some people don't.
But what do you?
No, I'm saying that like,
What are you gonna do?
like think about that though. That's like, you were found guilty. You were found liable in a court of law. Liable in a civil trial. If that was anybody in the United States, I feel like they'd never be on Jimmy Fallon.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
Way worse.
Some people
Way worse.
figure it out. Mike Tyson. What was he in jail for 3 or 6 years?
6 years.
I mean, you know what I mean?
It's a weird thing.
Some people just seem to keep moving. Interesting.
I wonder if he'll be at the Fighters Only Awards.
The MMA awards?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
He's not doing really.
It used to be not a lot of people would go. I think now it's a bigger thing.
It was a way bigger thing back in the day.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big deal back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Brendan Schaub brought that up just to shit on Bryan Callen, especially at the end, because he was using the Conor thing as just a proxy to really talk about Callen's allegations. And so just at the end, so he can go, oh, he's not going to the MMA awards because Callen went there. But Schaub keeps doing it. Schaub keeps bringing up the allegations just to let everyone know how great of a guy Schaub is by sticking by Bryan Callen and Chris D'Elia. Even though when Chris D'Elia got accused, him and Bryan Callen threw D'Elia right under the bus. And when Bryan Callen got accused, Schaub kicked him off the podcast and hired 2 new co-hosts. So, really stuck by his boy. He just wants Bryan to know that, though. Yeah, he's going to keep bringing up the allegations and other people's allegations. And what do you do? What are you going to stick by your boy, right, Bryan? Yeah, at least he's not hosting some dumb MMA award show that Schaub obviously wishes he could go to. My God, seeing Callen on that red carpet, though. Oh, it was just so funny. You gotta go watch it. I made videos. I did a live stream about it. I made it members only, so you gotta become a member to see it. But the whole thing's up on Rumble anyway, so who cares? But aside from that, it's only short boy over here who keeps bringing up Callen's allegations. It's so... He does this every once in a while, too. And it's his way of humble bragging and lying. Like, I'm such a good friend, aren't I? I mean, Callen, you know what he was accused of. I stick by him. I mean, I got rid of him and hired 2 new people, and that completely failed. And I had to beg him to come back because he was with Tripoli. But yeah, totally stuck by him. But that's the thing that Schaub gets to use as the reason why his career is over and failed. Remember, he left a mansion in California to end up doing this podcast in a fucking storage unit in Texas. And he 100% blames Callen, even though it's all Schaub's fault for going after everybody. But he blames Callen and the allegations as to why they are where they are now. And that's why he keeps bringing it up, especially to Callen, almost as, we're here because of you. So put in more effort. Don't go do MMA shows. Stay here with me and do the podcast with me. I'm the only one who stuck by you, Bryan. But he really didn't. As he sits there in short shorts with that fucking shoe on the goddamn thing. At least change the shoe. We need to get get a Jordan 1 on there, or Air Force 1. Some show back, son. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.